Hello everyone. Welcome to the Walking Out Your Purpose YouTube channel. My name is Alicia, and I am so happy that you have found my channel where we talk about you reaching your full potential in all areas of your life. And it includes our finances, right? And so I'm super excited today. Wanted to bring you all a video about our 2022 financial goals and where are we, right? We haven't talked about this since earlier in the year, so I wanted to share with you all where we are and if we're on track, if there's some areas where we're not on track, and what we're going to do about it, okay? So if you are new to the channel and you're interested in anything personal finance, sinking funds, savings challenges, retirement planning, all of those good things, you are in the right spot. And we over here like to say we save on purpose with purpose, all right? So this is real life. I have a 4-year-old son, so you may hear him in the background, but it's all good, right? How y'all doing? Are y'all doing okay? I miss talking to you all. I'm so grateful for anyone that comes and watches these videos because I really don't broadcast it. I just post them and whoever catches it, catches it. So thank y'all for being the real ones and coming back every week or every time I post because y'all know it's not every week. All right, so we had several goals that we said, and that's one learning for next year. I think I'm gonna reduce the number of goals because it's a lot. But what I try to do is, and I'll try to show you all, and I'm gonna save them, but you can see them on here. You probably are seeing the shadow from the light, but we'll go through them. All right, so our first goal is to max out the 401k. You all know I work in corporate America, and so we do have a 401k program. The government allows you to contribute $20,500 to your 401k, and so we are on a path to do that. Right now, if I look at you all know this is my savings challenge binder, which I include 401k in. And if I'm not mistaken, let's see if we have it written out here. Let's see. I can tell you all what we have in there now. So we have contributed $8,573.09. So guess what, y'all? Your girl had to go in and increase our 401k contribution. I'm not sure what happened because I calculated this earlier in the year and thought we were on the right path, but clearly we got some making up to do. So for the longest, we were putting in $541.75 per pay period. I get paid twice a month, so I'm a semi-monthly pay cycle employee. And about July, we upped it to $902.92 that we were putting in every month, every pay period. And so I have upped that now to about $13.54, I think it's gonna be, starting in September, because we gotta beef it up if we wanna hit that 20,500 mark. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I like to max out the 401k. Of course, it reduces your taxable income. So that's gonna be great when it comes to tax time. But also, I'm a big proponent of saving for your future. Too often we are focused on the now, the present, and we don't spend enough time thinking about our older selves, our future selves. And your girl want to retire. I think I want to retire about 55, you all. I for the longest wanted to retire in my 60s, but now I'm like, you know what? 55 is probably good. Somewhere between 55 and 60, I think is where I want to, is where I want to land as far as retirement. So we got to beef them funds up. So we're going to max that out. So anyway, so we will max out our 401k, but we had to adjust. So that means now if $13.54 is going in there every pay period, that means we got to reduce on some other things. So we're going to figure it out. But that's where we are with that. And then the number 2 goal was to max out the HSA. And that is for when you're married, it is $7,300. And so that is on track because that comes out of our paycheck every pay period automatically, so we don't touch that. So I can't remember what the total is that comes out every pay period, but by the end of the year it will be $7,300. You all can do the math. $7,300. Let's see, we can do it now together. So if we take our handy dandy calculator, $7,300 divided by 24 pay periods, so that's about $304.17, if you can see that, I think. So that's what's coming out of our every pay period to go towards the HSA. Again, HSA, health savings account, another way for you to get a benefit from a tax perspective. It will bring down your income, taxable income, and also you save the money. It will roll over every year, and you can use that for medical expenses in your retirement, or any point in time you can use it, but we're trying to save as much of it as we can to use for medical expenses in retirement. All right, number 3, you all, was to start an IRA, a Roth IRA, so individual retirement account for my husband. It's obviously for both of us, but in his name. And so we started that. You all know to max out your Roth IRA is $6,000 in 2022. And so we've been putting $500 every month. We do it once a month, every month to the Roth IRA. And so here's our Roth IRA envelope. And we should have $4,000 in the Roth IRA, right? Because we've been contributing for the last 8 months, okay? So that one we will hit the 6,000 goal by the end of the year. So y'all, the first 3 goals we are going to hit. I'm so excited. I can't wait to come back and tell you all about it. All right, and the next one was to save $50,000 for sinking funds. I know that's a huge number, and the reason for that is because we were buying a house where we are now, and so $30,000 of that was for the home down payment. Okay, so we were able to save the $30,000 for our home down payment. We were able to also save $1,000, which I think we ended up doing $2,000 actually, for our Miami trip. I did a girls trip with my cousins. And then we had a couple sinking funds that I've changed, and they now are cash envelopes. And I think you all remember from the last video, I have this binder here, and I put a couple of them in here, like bless someone, cleaning services, date nights, babysitting, things like that. I made those now into cash envelopes because we go in and out of the envelopes so much. So Christmas, y'all, your girl is off kilter with Christmas. We were supposed to have $3,000 saved by October. We're at $715. So we are way behind. So we'll do a little bit more to catch up, but I don't know if we're gonna hit the 3,000, and that's okay, right? But I don't like not meeting goals though. But I'm not gonna let it bother me. We'll have money saved, and we're gonna have to just work within that. So we'll see how much we end up saving, because now we gotta adjust the goals again, because like I said, we're putting more in our 401k. So we'll adjust, we'll see how much we can get to, and that's what we're gonna have, right? It's gonna be okay. We also had in that $50,000 to do $500 for car maintenance. That's another one that's kind of like we go in and out of that envelope. So we're not at $500. It's actually at 0 because we've used the money that we did save for a car issue that we had, car repair that we had. We had birthdays in there. Birthdays, we were able to save $440, and that went towards Isaiah's birthday, my kids' birthdays, my husband's birthday, my parents, etc. So we were able to save for that. And then bless someone, date night. I just told you all we made those into cash envelopes. So there's really not a savings goal that we're searching for. It really is just every pay period, or every month, once a month, contributing to the sinking fund to use for those purposes. All right. And then let's see what else. House maintenance. We've been putting money away there. There's a long-term goal with that. I do want to have about $6,000 saved for just something to happen right in the house that you need to take care of. So that's not a short-term goal. That's a long-term goal. So I put it in here for this year, but that's just not reasonable. So we'll add it again as a goal for next year, but it'll be, again, a longer-term goal to hit the 6K. All right, and then emergency fund. We are on our way to $10,000 in our emergency fund, and this is so important that you have that available. We want more than 10,000, but this year we wanted to just beef it up to 10,000, and then we'll do more next year. But that's, again, if you have a loss of income, if someone gets sick, again, emergency is there. So with that, we have, let's check our tracker, you all. So here's our Christmas. Just so you all know, that's our Christmas fund. And then this is our emergency fund. I don't know if you can see the writing because I've got the purple placeholders in there. But emergency fund, we are, let's see. Emergency fund, we're at $4,343. And so that's another one that we've got to beef up. We were doing $425 per pay period. We had to withdraw some money to take care of something. So we're building it back up. So I went through and I've calculated, okay, how much do we need to put away for the next 4 months to make sure we hit the 10,000. So it's like $600 and some dollars. So we'll make sure that we do that, and we'll have 10,000 at the end of the year. Okay, so we are going to meet that goal. All right, so I'm really excited. Even though we had a couple Christmas, car maintenance, house maintenance, some of the goals that maybe we didn't meet, I'm really proud of us being able to meet our 401k goals, our house down payment for sure, again, the emergency fund, etc. So that's really, really good. All right, so that was goal number 4. Number 5 was really around cutting expenses related to groceries, dining out, and Amazon. Yeah, no. Y'all know inflation happened. I mean, it was difficult. Now, I think we spent a little bit less on groceries, but just being mindful of kind of when we go out and how much we're purchasing, and also less on Instacart, right? Going to the actual store saves you a little bit of money. So we have technically saved a little bit of money, but we eat out way too much, and your girl has been on Amazon a little bit too much lately. However, I have purchased a lot of things for our Hawaii trip, and so I'll talk about that in a second. Oh, I didn't talk about that, y'all, when I talked about sinking funds. Sinking funds vacation was in there as well. Sorry about that. So in vacation, we wanted to save $5,000 for our trip to Hawaii. So we paid for our trip, and then we wanted to have $1,000 for spending money, things that come up, whatever. So buying stuff for the trip, etc. So we have done that. We saved up enough to pay for the trip, and then now we're working on the $1,000 for the spending money. But some of the stuff I bought on Amazon recently, I went to my sinking fund, took out that money, and used that to cover off on some of the clothes and stuff that we've bought for the trip. So that's exciting. But anyway, so for Hawaii, feeling good about that, and then Amazon, just other purchases. I've tried to go back and pay myself back. If it's been a household expense, I go to the household sinking fund and pay that back, etc. So it doesn't cover everything, but it covers more than that. So excited about that. And then also we wanted to, number 6 was to grow our net worth to $500,000, and which is 500,000, and we are at, actually, you all, let me look it up really quickly. So we are, as of July 31st, so we'll pull it again next week, actually, at the end of August. But as of July, we were at $454,291.14. So I don't know if we'll make it or not by December, because that's about $50,000, well, a little bit less than $50,000, but you never know. So we're going to keep praying that we are able to hit that. And so that's exciting. And then the next one was around starting back up the 529 for our children. We have not done that. So that's one goal I'm not happy about. However, we did start a kids savings account so that we could have money their senior year when they need to go to prom and need a car and everything else. So we have started that, which was one of the goals as well. And so for the 529s, we will restart those. They have money already in there, but we'll restart contributing. So it's still growing, the account, but we'll start contributing back to that in 2023. Okay. So yes, that's where we are, you all. I think I covered everything. We wanted to purchase a new home. That was one of the items on the list. Of course, I mentioned that. And so, yeah, so I would say we're not doing too shabby. A couple things that we could have done better, but also I had 11 goals, as you saw, as you heard. So I want to streamline that a little bit in 2023, but I'll come back and talk to you about that later. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you all. Please continue to root us on, pray for us, that we continue on this path to financial freedom. And again, we don't worship money. We are thankful for money. We appreciate having money in our life because it does give us those opportunities to, again, bless someone else, to build generational wealth, to build a legacy, and to really be the lender and not the borrower. So we thank God for his blessings, and I hope that you all are doing well on your journey. Please share with me how you're doing with your goals. If you have any questions, anything you want me to go over, I'm happy to share with you, because this is a passion of mine. All right. I want to see us all win. I want to see us save on purpose with purpose. Y'all be blessed. Bye.